Damien, here's one for you from Matthew. He says, if Liverpool were to lose the title and go out of the Champions League, what would that mean for Jurgen Klopp's future?
Well, listen, I think he's, created a top team in 2-3 years he's been there. I'm not sure how the club or the team, how they'd recover. There's just so much emotion around Anfield and the length of time they've gone without a trophy. So if they were to go and lose the Premier League this year, I'm not sure how they'd recover to go and kick on next year and win it. I think this is the year for them. But in saying that, the past couple of weeks, it just shows you can lose your 7-point lead in a week. Man City are there, yeah. Liverpool have a game in hand, but I think Manchester City has all the momentum. And Liverpool, to be fair, hadn't had their slip-up until now. And it's maybe the wrong time to have it.
What it means for Jurgen Klopp, I don't know what the question really means. Is he going to lose his job?
Yeah, well, I think so. Like, if they don't, yeah.
No chance. He's done a
but
brilliant...
if they don't win the Premier League
He's done a brilliant job at Liverpool, Liverpool, compared to the money that these Manchester United team we just watched have spent, and Manchester City have spent, they haven't hardly spent anything at all. I know they bought the goalkeeper and the centre-back, but they paid for that. Yeah, but they paid for that with the Coutinho money. So I think they've done brilliantly to be where they are. And for me, Jurgen Klopp has done a fantastic job, and they'd be mad to let him go if they didn't win a trophy.
OK. Didi, your thoughts on that?
Well, they've got to win a trophy at some stage.
Well, the league title... OK, your offer is an obvious one. Do you want the Premier League or the Champions League? A Liverpool fan would choose...
Well,
either one.
I thought you'd say the league, Premier League.
I read an interview with Ian Callaghan yesterday, who played, I think, 857 times, the record holder. And he didn't even need to think. He said, I'll have the Premier League over the Champions League, because we haven't won it for so long. Yeah, what Damien said, I think, is a very valid point, because they've been to the Champions League final last year, and I think Real Madrid was there for the taking. They found a way to get beat. They've been in a strong position. They still are. I still make them favourites to win. They hardly lost a game. They lost one game in the league. And even when they had that blip, they drew 2 games. So I think they've got every chance to win the Premier League. The fact is, how will they recover if they don't? Because they had a chance last year. They've got a very important tie against Bayern Munich next week. So,
but you wouldn't change the manager, sure?
No, you wouldn't change the manager. But I think that because he feeds off that emotion, of that passion in the club. And I just wonder how the fans would react. They probably still love him to a certain extent. But obviously now everybody's hyped up, because they know for the first time in 29 or 30 years, you've got a chance to win the league. And things can change and turn pretty quickly at Anfield. So I think it's a tricky 4 months for the club, for the manager, for the Liverpool faithful. And what's going to happen, if they were to get knocked out and not win the league, I don't know what's going to happen. He certainly won't be sacked, I would think. But I think, the perception would change pretty quickly.
Maybe would you think now, again, him, Didi, like, would he feel perhaps, like, from his own perspective, and I know he gets paid extremely well, he has a contract there, Liverpool delighted with him, but would he feel, oh, we haven't won it this year, I just can't go through this thing again? Because he does ramp up the emotion so much, and he feeds off it and gets the fans to feed off it and his team. I'm just thinking of him from a personal perspective. Yeah, could do that again over 38 games.
Well, if he doesn't do it at Liverpool, he may want to do it somewhere else. Maybe not next season, but the season after. And he loves it at Liverpool. It's a club similar to Dortmund. He's been there for 7 years, I think, been hugely successful. And I don't think he will go on his own terms. Unless you tell him to go, I don't think he'll go anywhere soon.
Yeah, OK.